Next, we'll create a single product related state, action, reducer, and middleware. However, since there is a product list state, there are many cases where it is not necessary to make a separate state related to a single product. But in some cases, the product list endpoint does not send all information about individual products because that's way too much information. In this case, you need to request one more time for a single product. In this cell, we'll assume such a case. However, single product related state, action, reducer, and middleware are very similar to product list related state, action, reducer, and middleware. So let's proceed by looking at the code I made in advance. First, the product state. Product state is very similar to product state. The difference is that the name product is changed from the plural form to product, and the product list is changed to a single product. The product state.initial factory constructor returns a product state instance, and the value of the product argument is product.initial. Product.initial is the factory constructor in the product model. Next is actions, and the actions are very similar to the action that gets the product list. The process of fetching a single product is almost similar to the process of fetching a product list. First, the first action that signals the start of a series of actions is called getProductAction. Unlike getProductAction, getProductAction requires information about the product to get. You know the ID of each product because we have already fetched the product list. So an integer type ID is given as an argument of a getProductAction. After checking that the action is getProductAction, the middleware makes a request to fake store API and waits for the result to come out. When the product is read successfully, the middleware dispatches a new action called getProductSucceededAction with the product as an argument to the reducer. getProductSucceededAction receives the successfully fetched product information as an argument. However, if it fails to get the product, the middleware dispatches a new action called getProductFailedAction with an error as an argument. getProductFailedAction receives error, the cause of failure, as an argument. I created a product middleware function in product middleware.dot file, which is a middleware that handles three actions: getProductAction, getProductSucceededAction, and getProductFailedAction. As mentioned earlier, product middleware takes three arguments: store, action, and next. If the action type is getProductAction, the getProduct function of the product repository instance is called. However, the getProduct function requires the ID of the product. Since we passed the product ID as an argument to getProductAction instance, action.id is the product ID. So I gave action.id as an argument of getProduct. A successful call to getProduct returns a product. Next, dispatch the getProductSucceededAction whose value of product argument is product. If the getProduct call fails, you will receive an error withdrawn from product repository. Next, dispatch getProductFailedAction with the value of the error argument being error.toString. Dispatch the action to the next middleware or reducer. So with this, I made actions that read a single product from fake store API and the middleware that triggers those actions. Next, let's look at the product reducer that receives the product state and product related actions and creates a new product state. First is getProductReducer, which handles getProductAction. getProductReducer receives a product state type state and getProductAction type action as arguments and returns a new product state. Use the copied function of product state to generate new state whose product status value is product status.loading. Next is getProductSucceededReducer, which handles getProductSucceededAction. Use the copied function of product state to generate new state where the value of product status is product status.success and the value of product is action.product. Next is getProductFailedReducer, which handles getProductFailedAction. Use the copied function of product state to generate new state where the value of product status is product status failure and the value of error is action.error. A reducer that combines all reducers that change a product state is called product reducer, and individual reducers are combined into a single reducer using combined reducers. Added product state to app state in appstate.dot file. Added final variable product state or product state type, and added product state to constructor, props, toString, and copy with. Added product state to appstate initial factory constructor. Next, we added product state to our app reducer.dot file. Added product state as an argument to appstate. The value of the product state property is handled by the product reducer. So, to calculate the product state, we pass the product related slice of appstate, state.product state, and action as arguments to product reducer. Added product middleware to the return list of app-middleware function in app-middleware.dot file. Now we have several middlewares. If there are multiple middleware, the dispatched action goes through all middleware and reaches the reducer. And middleware is executed in the order listed in the list. In most cases, this order is not important. However, there are cases where the order is important, and we'll look at an example later. From now on, we'll create the UI.